It's business news time. An 11-year-old who started her own dessert business out of the shed of her parents' home. Our second story, everyone moving towards electric, whatever, electric this, electric that. And a company is starting a big electric battery facility in South Carolina. And lastly, on our third story today has to do on the economic end of the spectrum, the feds. Thank you for joining us in today's show. My name is Teray, and this is Business News and My Thoughts. Let's break it down. At 10 years old, did you ever envision yourself starting your own business? Well, that was the situation for our young entrepreneur, Isla. Small, specialized bakery operating out of a shed of her parents' property. And it's called Isla's Divine Desserts. And what makes the situation in this story so just absolutely amazing is the fact that this young entrepreneur said that after watching shows and movies and all type of things on TV surrounding kids championship bakery contests and kids starting their own business, she looked into it, said, hey, these young kids, they started their business, their own shows and TV. You know what? I'm passionate about it. I can do it myself. And that's what she did. Her mother quit her job to work with her. That's how well this business is doing. How do you pronounce it?
How to pronounce the name? Isla.
Isla's learning the business. She is not out of the loop. She said that she's learning how to price menu items, what things cost, what the market is looking like, things that we don't even learn in school to better her understanding of business. Shout out to you, Isla. Have you heard of what's called the battery belt? Well, a factory is emerging as a leader in America's battery belt, which is a part of America that tons of companies are developing in efforts to drive costs down on batteries. Redwood Materials just this week announced that it's going to spend $3.5 billion on a new facility in Charleston, South Carolina. The facility is slated to start in the first quarter of 2023, and really the factory is going to focus in on certain components that are necessary in developing of electric batteries. And Redwood Recycling Company has said that by its ability to recycle and reuse these certain components and break it down in a localized, specialized way, it's really the only way that you can drive down costs on these components because it keeps it in-house. It's projected by the year 2030, battery makers are going to spend upwards of $150 billion sourcing materials. So the need, again, is essential. Let me ask you, do you own an electric vehicle, an all EV vehicle that runs strictly on electricity? Or are you just one of those build Ford tough? Well, Ford has an all electric vehicle called the Lightning, but are you just all gas type of individual? Be sure to let us know in the comments below. Now, before we get on to our last interesting story having to do with our market, the economics, the interest rates, and everything going up, and inflation, and I would please like to invite you to subscribe if you like staying up to date with anything and everything involving business, construction, entrepreneurship. Please feel free to hit the like and subscribe button. Subscribe, and if you are inclined to, you can hit the notification bell so that you can be notified as soon as we drop our new video. It's much appreciated in advance, and I thank you for your time and checking out this video. So let's get on to our next business news story. The Federal Reserve has raised the federal fund rate. That's almost like a tongue twister. The Federal Reserve has raised the federal fund rate. Well, what does that even mean? And why does that impact you? We're going to break that down. With the most progressive policy tightening since the 1980s here in the United States, central banks have raised the federal fund rate, standard interest rate, and this stops four times in a row, 4 times in a row where the Federal Reserve raised it up by 0.75%. So we see a decrease in the raise, but does that mean good news? Sadly, no. Now, if you're like me, the understanding of these certain nuances where they say they're adding points and minusing points. Essentially, what I'm trying to say is it's looking bad. Okay, it's not getting better. It's only getting worse. All right. Plus this point, plus that point is just all bad. All right, all bad. It's important that we just monitor the situation. Let me know in the comments below. Were you looking to purchase a home this year or coming up very soon, and these interest rates are maybe causing you to hold back? Well, think about it a little bit deeper and say, you know what? The interest rates aren't going down. They're only going to continue to go up. Will I wait another year to see if they start to decline? Will that take 2 years, or will I just get on with it as fast as I can now to lock in the low interest rate because it's not going to go down? Thank you for joining us today on our show, where we discuss some topics about a young entrepreneur, the development of electric vehicles, and the high rising, ever increasing interest rates for the federal fund rate. We look forward to seeing you on our next episode, where we have some more business news and my thoughts, and we